Guardian Angel is my music ministry name. My real name is Odifax and Peter. I am born again. I love Jesus so much. Yeah, and I am a music minister. I do music ministry and music business. And yeah, I love to sing for God. I love to serve God through music and through ministry. And I have a lot of passion for the things of God. Being raised by a single mother wasn't easy for me. But even before I now started living with my mom, I used to live with my grandmother, now my father's parents. So I lived with them until I was 5 years. Then that time my mother had cleared college, and so she had to get a job. So my grandfather decided that I be taken to my father, but my father rejected. So I had nowhere to go. So I was forced to go to the streets. I was supposed to go to school that morning, just got off with my school uniform and stuff and went. I never came back. So I came to town, Nairobi, and that's how I started my life on the streets in Nairobi. I lived on the streets in Nairobi for 1.5 years. Life there wasn't as easy, you know, because now this again is a place where you have no protection. There's no one to protect you. There's no one to get you food. There's no one to be there for you. So you're on your own. I was 9 years old that time. So living there wasn't as easy. Of course, it's a place where there's so much addiction and a lot of drugs. You know, I went to juvenile court, but before that I went to an approved school in Kabete. But approved school is this I think was the time when the president ordered that the streets were to be cleared of the street kids. So us guys were to be taken just somewhere, you know, whether it's an approved school or a children's home or anywhere, but just to clear the streets. So I went to approved school in Kabete, where I lived, I think, for 3 months or 3 or 4 months. So there they came and asked if we were able to go and show out where our parents are. Because also now the streets, you know, there are so many kids on the street, so being taken in an approved school, you know, there would be no space for like all of them. So they had to, like, those who can be able to show where their parents are and they're able to be taken back home, they would create space for the other kids. So I went for show out. My mother was living in Kibera that time, and she was asked to come and pick me. So we went to juvenile court. Then I was released from the approved school, now back to my mother. Growing up, I had a lot of love for music. I used to like sing other people's songs. That is actually when I discovered I could sing, because music has been a passion for me. Just even when I was growing up as a young kid. So I used to play drums, and I used to also do the music festival stuff. So even through primary school, I was at music festival. I went to the nationals from class 6 to class 8. And then now when I joined high school, I got also into those music festival stuff. But now when I was in Form 2, from 1 going to Form 2, I started now singing. But I never used to like write my own song. I used to sing other people's songs. So now in Form 2 is when now I started, you know, learning how to write mine. The first one was I Surrender. I Surrender. It's just a hymn also that I converted into now a reggae song. Then the second one was Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that set a wretch like me. You can make it. You can make it. You can become the greatest person in the society. So you have no reason to give up on yourself. There's no reason whatsoever to give up on yourself, because everyone has what it takes to become a great person. And the Bible says that as a man thinketh, so he is. Ibilisi ananyeta. Kuna watu wakicheki unabarikiwa sana wanateta. Nazidi kuleta mvua ya baraka.